Hi, you're welcome to Success Tips. In this video today, we will be looking at the process curve. First of all, we need to start by looking at what process means. Process is a series of events which produces results. Process is something that any pursuit, any aspirations, any dream, any career that anyone is pursuing in this life must pass through it before it manifests. If you ever wish to achieve anything worthwhile in life, then this video is a must-watch video for you. Understanding the universal curve of the process is key when it comes to you maintaining stability through your journey in life. Many people gave up in life not because the challenges they faced was bigger than them, but rather they gave up simply because they never knew what to expect through the journey. Any tiny challenge gave them sleepless nights until they gave up on the whole journey. This very video aims to change that narrative. If you find yourself at the verge of giving up on your major life goals, I am 100% sure that after learning the process curve, you will never stop again until you get enough of the result that you have ever wanted. And if you are yet to start anything in your life, be it business, career, your dreams or anything worthwhile, then the first thing I will implore you to do is to start learning about the curve of the process, because if you understand the process curve, then it is going to be very easy for you to navigate through any difficulties or challenges that you come across. You know what? Enough of the preambles. Let us get down to the major of this video. There are three major phases of the process curve. The first one is the latent phase. This is the phase where most of the things you are aiming to achieve in your life are still in their intangible state. What do I mean by that? It means all the things you want to be achieving, all your dreams, all your career, all your goals are still in your own imaginations. You have not taken a step to start manifesting them into reality. This phase majorly constitutes of your written plans, your imaginations, your thought, your visualizations, and then the theoretical aspect of that, your dreams. Your level of energy at this phase is usually high and then fearless. Even though at this phase of the journey, most people will think you are that crazy joker, such that no one takes you serious in most of the cases. But then at this very phase, you don't give a damn about anybody's opinion, about anyone that's trying to wash you down, about anyone that's trying to look down on you. Rather, your strength remains very high. This is a phase where you have zero results, but then you feel so confident about the potential that you have within your own dream and your career at this moment. In fact, this is the most exciting of all the phases. In this phase of the process curve, your energy level is very high, your confidence is very high, even though your result is zero. All that will be running through your mind in this phase are things like, when I get to the UK, I will make a lot of money that will give me that leverage to build the house of my dream. When I start that business, then I will do A, B, and C, and then I will grow my business annual revenue to $50 million, and then from there I'm gonna change the strategies and then improve it to C, D, and E, and then from there I'm going to triple my revenue. When I start my career in the academics, then in 2 years time, then I will be done with my master's degree. Then 4 years to come, then I will be done with my PhD degree. Moving from this very phase to the next one, or completing this phase before moving to the next phase, is one of the easiest steps when it comes to the process curve, because the moment you swing into action and then start actioning out all the things that you have documented, all the plans that you have set, then this takes you to the second phase of the process curve. Now the second phase of the process curve is the initiation phase. This is the phase where the reality begins to unveil itself, and this phase begins immediately you swing into your actions that you have planned to take. During this phase, you will get to realize that the process is not as smooth and easy as you thought of it in your own imaginations and your plan or theoretical roadmap. You will get to see both the good, the bad, and the ugly. At this phase, you may be running at the peak of your effort and strength. The input may be very high, yet results may not be showing up. So many people who never believed in you will begin to look down on you. In fact, the crazy part of it is that even the people that must have believed in you to some extent will begin to lose the strength and the courage that they had in you. At this phase, it takes the understanding of the process curve for someone to endure the situations that comes with the initiation phase. Along the line, you will record the lowest level of your motivation in this phase. You may even reach a stage when you will give out your maximum input, and yet the result it will be manifesting will be so tiny that you yourself will begin to question that process or that imagination or that plans or that dreams that you ever had at the initial. Most people give up at this phase. This is the phase where you get a lot of critics, discouragement everywhere, constraints like resources, time, effort, and a lot of it. For you to successfully transit from this phase to the next phase, it will require a lot of effort, steady input from you. Then that is when you can be able to, graduate from this phase to the next phase. And looking at the nature of challenges, critics, and a lot of problems that comes with the initiation phase, it will only take the understanding of the process curve for one to be able to endure all the challenges and then keep on with an increasing effort and the steady action and input that will be required to move one from that phase to the next phase. Someone may want to say, oh, what then makes this phase to be so terrible? So many factors makes it terrible. Now let's take a look at some of the critical factors. Let's say you are passing through the process of starting a dry cleaning business. Imagine competing with businesses that have been in that niche for years, where they have a lot of machineries, they attend to customers at a top-notch level, they attend to customers with high quality, they deliver customer services on time, they have all form of technological gadgets that is required for that services. Imagine competing against such businesses that can give, an affordable quality services to clients. I can imagine, what you're thinking in your mind right now, and I know you can be able to predict how your initiation phase will look in such business. Because when you literally look at it, most of the customers will not even look at your own business because they will not be choosing an inferior kind of a business, to a superior business that can be able to give them the best from all angles. And do you know what? It is the customers that makes a business grow. There's no two ways about it. Another scenario I want us to look at is, let's say you want to start an entertainment channel, it will take excellence and uniqueness, for you to be able to attract the mind of people to come and follow that your channel. And this is because there are so many entertainment channels that exist out there that makes people so much entertained that it's difficult for you to come up as a newbie in that area, and then attract away the people from those existing entertainment channels. And given that, it will take time for the algorithm to even begin to recommend your videos to viewers, and consequently you may be creating content that will take away a lot of money from you. You will spend a lot of money trying to work on the quality, trying to work on how entertaining that content can be, but yet you may end up getting little or no views at all. And in the end, it will still require more and more input from you for it to begin growing gradually, So if you don't understand the process curve, then it's going to be very difficult for you to digest and then understand why such things are happening to you. And then the next thing that will happen to a person is, I don't think this thing is gonna work. So then the next thing, the person will just give up. So understanding the process curve is something that is inevitable as long as you want to be able to initiate anything that is worthwhile starting and then succeed at it. There's one thing I want you to understand with the initiation phase, okay? When you tend to see that your effort is not yielding result, when you tend to see that all the input you are making is not reflecting, then I want you to know that it is a normal thing, okay? Do not panic. It is a normal part of the process curve, okay? And then it takes time for whatever input you are making, whatever innovation you are making, to be able to reflect the kind of result or outcome that you are expecting from it. Only if you understand that, then you will now know that panicking is not the major thing that you need to do, but rather when you face such situation, then what it needs from you is for you to keep on even increasing your effort, increasing your input, doubling all the innovations that you need to do in order to be able to kick up the result, to come to a stage that you have always been expecting. If you can be able to have that understanding and then take these steps, then it will be very easy for you to move from this initiation phase, to the next phase, because your result will begin to reflect, your input gradually until you see yourself at the next phase, which is the steady phase. What does the steady phase looks like, which is the third phase of the process curve? This is the phase when your result have started reflecting proportionally, to your input and your effort. Unlike the initiation phase, the steady phase gives a direct and immediate reflection, of any little input that you make. Whatever input you are making at this steady phase, it gives a reflection, through the result or the outcome that you will be observing. If you give 80% input on this steady phase, then you are likely to see a result that is up to 80 or even more, in percentage of what you're going to see as the outcome. If you increase the input or your effort to 90%, then you are likely likely to see a result that will be reflecting up to 90% or even more when you have reached this steady phase. This is the phase when the process, will steadily translate into results. When people reach this steady phase of the process curve, then it makes it very easier for them to keep on replicating results. It makes it very easy for them to multiply their results. It makes it very easy for them to even start up somewhere and then produce a very huge result. Have you ever wondered why, some people that have reached a certain stage in life, will make things effortlessly and then they will get a lot of results? This is because those people have reached the steady phase of the process curve. A content creator that have already reached this steady phase can post a video and then in the next 2-3 hours then you'll be seeing millions of views. Why? That is because they have already reached the steady phase where any input that they make will produce a result. You will see some businesses that will just introduce a new product and then that is how that product will begin to sell, and then customers are striving and then making effort to acquire that kind of a product. That is because those companies or those businesses have reached the steady phase of the process curve. It is at this phase that when someone is making any effort, when someone is pursuing anything, there will be a very high level of motivation because the result is coming fast. But then despite that, there's a very big challenge with this steady phase. It happens to be one of the most tricky phases. Have you seen someone that have made it so much in life before and then all of a sudden the person just crumbled down to level 0? I will tell you why such happens. When you start yielding results such that any little action from you, produce a significant result as it happens in the steady phase, then that means that it will require even more effort, more resilience, more strength, more resources, more input from you to be able to maintain that level of results. It needs a lot of energy for someone to be able to maintain his own achievement at that steady phase of the process curve. But the very moment you sit down and then relax and start feeling, oh, I have already made it in life, I'm now a successful person, so I don't need to push further, I don't need to stress myself, I can't kill myself. If you start culturing that kind of a mindset, thinking that the result is already coming forth, that is when you will start crumbling down with speed until it hits you down to the initiation phase. Do you know why? Because the change in demand and the competition that always exists at an increasing level on daily basis is enough to even kick you down, to the 0 level. If there's any phase on the process curve that you should never joke with, that should be the steady phase, because that is the only phase that you can never ever graduate from. I have only one message for all the people that have hit the steady phase in their own life. First, I will say congratulations, and then secondly, I will want to tell you that it will take more effort from you, and then you should never back down, you should never relax down, you should never feel that arrival mentality, you should not never feel that kind of a mindset that, oh, I have already hit my destination. No, because the very moment you start having that kind of a mindset, that marks the beginning of your downfall, from that steady phase down to the initiation phase again, where you will struggle so much before you can be able to hit up to the steady phase again, which will even require even more effort from you to be able to hit to the steady phase more than it required from you from the initial initiation phase that you graduated from. So in conclusion, understanding the process curve will save you from a lot of heartbreaks, and also it will equip you with the necessary knowledge and awareness that will help you to win your race despite the obstacles and the challenges which you can never run away from. I hope you have learned a lot on this video. If this was your first time on this YouTube channel, I will want you to click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell. And if you're a returning viewer, I would love to say thank you. I will need one favor from all of you. Please share this video with just one person. Thank you, and see you guys in another video. Bye.